question. Have you ever had a no spend day? Let's talk about it. Hi, this is Jan from New York City. How's everybody doing today? I'm Jan from New York City, but my channel name is Jan from New York City Saves Money. And that's precisely what we're going to talk about today. I am more excited about today's show than any other show I've ever done. Why? Because we're going to talk about how we do not have to spend money. Hey, how many of you out there are familiar with no spend challenges? Not everyone viewing this has ever heard of the term. So keep that in mind, veteran viewers. Just saying, just saying. Now, most of you viewing here are here because you know this is a budget channel. This is not a, I'm just, going to take a walk somewhere channel or anything like that, because that's not my focus. My focus here, and for the people viewing here, are for those who want to get out of debt, for those who just want to save extra towards whatever goal that you have. And using the no spend challenge is definitely a great way to accelerate it. And yes, there's actually a definition for no spend challenge, and I have to share it with my trusty notebook in hand. So by definition, a no spend challenge is choosing a period of time, like a day or a weekend, or even longer, on purpose, okay? Remember, the spending, not spending on purpose, not spending on purpose. To not spend any money, groceries, gas, or mass transit, of course, are the exceptions. And some folks even opt out on those. Okay, now what would be the purpose of a no spend day? Well, it's to jumpstart your savings. It's to help you dig out of debt. Let's say the previous week you had a deficit in your spending and you don't like that idea. You took too much out of your envelope if you use an envelope system, which we'll talk about during the upcoming week, the envelope system and how I feel about it. It's just better ways, an easier way, a faster way to accrue cash. Okay. Another thing, a great idea for your no spend day challenge or weekend, and we'll get into that in a minute, is suppose that you had to take $100 out of your $1,000 emergency fund. We know emergencies will happen. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. But you did take that $100 out, right? You need to replace that. Okay, and I can't think of a faster, easier way to do it than by what? Not spending. Oh, egads, can you go through a whole day without spending? Well, that's the challenge. That's the challenge. Have you ever done this before? Let me know in the comments below. Now, back to the trusty notebook. Okay, for any newbie to the challenge, yes, and it's true, start tiny. Let's start by having a 1 day no spend day challenge. I'm not going to say, oh, for a brand new person, oh, try the whole week as a challenge. That's not good. Get your feet in the water first, okay? And when you're more confident, of course, then you move up to, let's say, a no-spend weekend, okay? But, you have to plan ahead. This might sound silly, but you actually have to plan ahead. You have to plan ahead for the no-spend challenge. Now, for example, by planning your meals ahead of time, you go to the grocery store, you get all that. Although groceries don't really count in this challenge, but I technically think it can, because grocery spending is sort of, like at a discretion. And then if you're in the, oh, I can't spend mode, you just might spend too much while you're at the store. So if you plan ahead and have everything available, you'll tend to spend even less. And that's the goal. And the goal is to not have a miserable life. The goal is to have a better life, okay? The way you have your emergency fund, the way you're digging out of debt. That is the whole purpose. Now, suppose that you jump started to a no-spend weekend. Now, for somebody new, that includes having to plan free activities if you have kids, or free activities for yourself. However, you could get a double bonus if you're having a no-spend weekend challenge by staying in your own house and deciding to clean out the clutter, give clothes to donation, do those activities that you've been meaning to do for 1 day. Oh, 1 day I'll clean out the closet. Oh, 1 day I'll organize the dresser drawers. That's a perfect opportunity, because not only are you going to be saving money, but you're going to accomplish something. You're going to feel so good by the end of the weekend. Now, how did this whole thing come up for right now? Well, it all happened yesterday, Saturday, okay? I made a decision because I noticed that something was amiss and too much money went out the door this past week in my own regard. And I said yesterday, I am having a no spend day today. And that is precisely what I did. I made up the difference by not spending yesterday. And now I'm back on board. You see what I'm thinking? Okay, so are you up to the challenge? Have you ever done this before? Give your suggestions below. So start small with a no spend day. For example, when you go to work, you need gas. Of course you could spend on gas, but you don't need to stop off at Starbucks for coffee, okay? That you could have at home or get the freebie coffee at work, right? You understand where I'm going with this? And by the way, it won't kill you to pack a lunch. And if you're doing a no spend challenge, you have to pack a lunch because remember, the challenge is to not spend. So pack your lunch, bring it with you. You won't die if you eat your own lunch that you made by yourself. And then you come home and you eat your own homemade dinner without takeout. Do you think you could handle that? And if you don't like to cook and everything, slap a sandwich together. You'll be fine. But let me know if you've ever done this before, and let me know if you're trying this out to come back to this video, come back to the comment section and say, hey, Jan, I feel really good because I did this and I'm going to do it again. Some people so much as go to no spend weeks. Some people so much as go to no spend month. Now, that's really the big leagues, even for me. However, let's start small and tiny. Get your feet in the water with a no-spend day. Let me know if you're choosing this challenge and follow it up by letting me know how it worked out. I'm nosy. I want to know. Okay. Listen, everybody, have a wonderful upcoming week. Have a great day. And do know that by not spending, you're really safe. Have a great day. And in the meantime, this has been Jan from New York City. Come back again. Thank you for clicking, sharing, and liking. Always check on your friends and family, see how they're doing. Give somebody an excuse to show your pretty, pearly life and give them a great big old smile. Make them happy today. Have a great day.